Hello everyone, I'm LordMidas and welcome back to Let's Play Crusader Kings 2 Holy Fury. At the end of the last episode, we were in a pretty good position. By some strokes of luck, our half-brother died and we inherited all the 3 provinces that he owned to the south of us. To the north, one of our vassals who was Sumenusko and hated us and who we wanted to get rid of anyway, also died of depression and we inherited both of his titles. We've also pretty much subjugated all the necessary rulers in our neighborhood to form the Kingdom of Novgorod, which is the de jure kingdom that we are sitting in. And we should be able to form it pretty soon now because we got plenty of gold by inheriting the gold and titles from the people who've recently died. So let's check it out. We need 164 gold to make the kingdom and just 100 piety. So we've got plenty of piety, but we just need like 10 more gold, 15 to make the kingdom. And if you look at our income, okay, this levy upkeep is gonna go away because I just dismissed my levies and it's not updated yet, but we do earn 17 gold approximately per year. And so in pretty much one more year we will be able to declare ourselves King of Novgorod. It would have been nice to also be able to subjugate Chief Kardaz of Meria because he has a nice amount of land, but I would not risk that just now. He has close to our number of troops, and the bigger problem is that he's allied with High Chieftess of Mordva and she will join the war against us when we attack him. And yeah, that will put his total number of troops way above us and should not risk that just now. Okay, so it looks like we're also a little bit down on the family situation. Our half-brother died, which means he will not be extending our dynasty anymore. And we are the last, let's say, living male member of our dynasty, and this is correctly represented here. We don't have any heir of our dynasty, and if we die now, it's game over. So it's really important that we produce a lot of kids pretty fast. So I'm going to switch my focus to either family or seduction as soon as possible, which should be 1 more year. And also maybe switch the ambition to groom an heir, which gives us extra fertility and produce a lot of kids, because it's really important that we extend our dynasty right now. Okay. We also are above our domain limit because we got too many counties from inheriting titles and we have to give away a couple of them. So let's start right away by giving away our extra domain and fix that. So I'm going to search in my realm for characters of my religion and also my culture because I don't want to give it away to any Sumenusko or stuff. And we're gonna search for people who don't have any great houses because we don't want them to have any relationship to other great houses, as that mixes up the inheritance. So these are going to be mostly lowborn characters with no great house relationships. We're gonna choose characters with high stewardship because they will help to flip the culture of the counties faster. And it's important that we switch the culture of these counties, at least in our de jure kingdom. I'm not a fan of converting all the counties to the same culture. I like to roleplay a little bit and have different cultures in my realm. But at least in my de jure kingdom, I want to have the same culture as us. So we're going to give this county... Actually, no, not this one, because this is part of my de jure duchy, capital duchy. Okay, so we're gonna start off by giving away Ingria and Izborsk. They are also pretty small counties. Yeah, this one is the best one. We're gonna keep that for now and give away Ingria and Izborsk. Rodislav, you are now going to be the chief of Izborsk. Okay. And then we give away Ingria to Sudislav. There you go. Sudislav, you're now chief of Ingria, and we're back to our domain limit. Perfect. Also, one more thing that I might want to do is try to revoke the titles of the Chief Aimo, because he's Sumenusko, and that gives us negative opinion because of religious differences. Negative 15, as you can see there. Also, negative 10 because of being a foreigner, so I want to give this area to someone who is also my culture. Hopefully we can plot to revoke. Yeah, we can, because he's a count, chief, and he has multiple chiefdoms, and we should be able to revoke his secondary chiefdoms, and if he disagrees with us, he will declare war and we will beat him and stuff. But first of all, I want to save some money and form the kingdom. So we're going to resume the game, and we will wait pretty much for a year and form the kingdom when we have enough gold. In the meantime, let's check out our neighbors and let's figure out who could be our potential targets for expansion in the future, based on who is the weakest, obviously. So we got here High Chief Jolem, 777 troops, 500 from his vassals. Should be easy, I suppose. High Chief Uku, 1000 troops, and these people are part of the de jure kingdom of Estonia, so I would not want to take too much land there, because as part of elective Gavelkind succession, if you have enough land that could form a de jure kingdom, when you die, that de jure kingdom is formed for one of your sons, and if the higher tier title that you have, the highest tier title that you have is a kingdom, your realm effectively splits apart. So we'll try to avoid that whenever possible. Okay, I'm starting to think Priestess Peryaslava might fancy me, and she is the priestess of our capital temple here on the holy site. You know what? We're gonna make a move. We're also quite ambitious and cynical and deceitful, so makes sense, I suppose. Plus, we want some heir, so would be nice if she gives us a son or something. Would be a bastard, but we can legitimize him. I went to Peryaslava's chamber and gave her a good tumble. Good tumble. It's good to be the High Chief, definitely. Alright, are there any minor titles that we have to give away? Court Physician, it seems. Sudislav, Chief of Ingria, can be the higher court physician. Pretty good in learning, 24 level. Okay, my wife Zabava just asked me if I'm having an affair with Priestess Peryaslava of Solsky. Her stony expression does not reveal whether she knows or is only guessing. So we can confess and break up with the priestess, who is currently our lover. Interesting. We can admit it but refuse to break up, lie to her face, or lie and make her feel guilty for asking, because we are really deceitful. I think we're gonna go with that and do what our character is good at. Feels a little weird, but yeah, I think that's what Chief Rodislav of Ilmenia would do. Okay, we're almost pretty close to making the kingdom. My lover Peryaslava has just informed me that she is pregnant with my child. Wonderful news indeed. I hope it's a son, because we'd really need that right now. Okay, let's check. Do we still need 164 gold? Yes. Almost there. My marshal, Yaropork, has gathered up a great host of raiders, lusting for plunder and wanton destruction. I must use these men and not allow them to sit idle for too long. Great news indeed. So, these are raiders, so they're limited to raiding. We can use them to loot our neighbors. I won't lead them personally because I don't want to get into any kind of a battle where I could die. But we can definitely loot our neighbors and use the raiders, because if we don't use them, they disband in a year anyway. Okay, we've got 165 gold. Now, so we're known as the Able. Ain't that fair? Definitely we're able. Like, we're the biggest realm in East Europe right now in terms of the sheer number of counties, at least in the Slavic region, I would say. Let's not look to the east too far, unless we want to see even bigger realms. Yeah, so we're definitely able. Good, I like the nickname. And it is now time to form the kingdom. Let's crown ourselves the King of Novgorod. There. Cool, I like the outfit. It's pretty cool, actually. Okay, so we're gonna resume the game and let our ambition get fulfilled. That gives us a ton of prestige. And for my next ambition, I'm gonna choose groom and heir because I want to produce as many children as possible as soon as possible. Okay, that's perfect. We could press the Yorkland. No, not versus this guy. And now you see, I would expect, yeah, we can't subjugate him anymore because we already own the kingdom. So subjugation is normally only allowed once per lifetime unless you have the ambition. Okay, he's gonna attack our raiders. Can we get away in time? Yes. So even though we couldn't siege the holding, we can still loot the loot which is not protected by any fort level. So this much loot, which says max loot 9 and loot protected by fort level 4 and possible loot is 3. We could loot 3 gold out of it, which is still pretty cool. But he's sending over troops to kill our raiders, so I would move back and try to raid somewhere else. Duchy of Pskov. No, we would not create that just now. Just yet. Commander of Novgorod. Sudislav. Pretty good. Commander, I would suppose, yeah. Very nice combat modifiers. I would put you as a commander. Maybe you can start to lead our raiders. Very nice. Okay, so I suppose this is one of the new things that they've added with pregnancy mechanics. I can only imagine how Peryaslava must feel, as if being unable to publicly declare our feelings for each other was not enough. She must lie about the fruit of our love. Okay, so maybe this is not the pregnancy thing, but rather a general love thing. Or maybe it is the pregnancy thing, because it gives us health, because I'm gonna comfort her during her pregnancy. Yeah, I will visit her definitely. We want her to be in as much good health as possible. The comforting visit of a loved one has placated this woman, helping her, putting her mind at ease in a delicate period of her pregnancy. Perfect. Father, father, calls Malusha, pulling my arm, pleading to play with her and her latest toy, completely oblivious to all the important work I am in the middle of. Sometimes this kid can really be insufferable. Alright, Malusha, what is it? Neglect your responsibilities for Malusha's sake. Not now, child. So she's my only daughter right now. I think she deserves a little bit of attention, so yeah. Also, the other one was a bit too negative. I'm gonna go ahead and try it. Okay, let's raid this guy a little bit. Here, the possible loot is just 2 gold, but still. Let's check out our council in the meantime. Do we have better candidates for stuff? So I've got marshal. So this commander that we appointed could be an even better marshal. Although he's zealous, and that would mean it's better that he's leading troops. And 13 marshal and 15 wouldn't make a big difference, I think. He's cruel, heavy infantry leader. I would keep the zealous because I think zealous persons can be really good against infidels in wars. Steward. Chief of Izborsk. And you also want to be on the council. Sure. Spy master. So currently our lover is the spy master. But I could put, for example, this Kalju. And yeah, he will like me afterwards. Plus I can give him an honorary title. Master of the bow. Sure. Diviner. One of our commanders. No, I would not use you as a diviner. So currently the diviner is fine. I'm gonna resume. So apparently he doesn't mind being raided because he hasn't raised any levies yet to push away our raiders. My concubine Dobroslava tells me she's pregnant, but that can't be right. Of course it has to be right, dude. That's what we're focusing on right now. A son was born to King Rodislav the Able and Priestess Peryaslava Solsky named Vyacheslav. Seems my amorous adventures have resulted in a child. Little Vyacheslav is my spitting image. And he does not have any bad genetic traits, which could mean that we could legitimize him, if need be. So we will acknowledge him, but we will not legitimize him just yet. And okay, I'm gonna skip this song because it's too loud in the middle. Right, I have thought it over and cannot be the father of my concubine Dobroslava's baby. As it grows in her belly, I have trouble sleeping. I must put this matter to rest. Okay, this is the second time. So previously, I think Boleslava, yeah, she was also, I was doubtful. Is it because I'm paranoid or something? No. Okay. I don't think we're gonna hire anyone to find out. I trust her word. I'm pretty sure we're focusing on trying to produce babies, so that's us, not someone else. I'm gonna move these raiders to the west. Try to loot some stuff from there. Okay, we're also... Okay, my wife is pregnant now, finally. Pretty good. So we actually may not even need to change our focus. Just choosing the groom and heir ambition seems to have done the trick. Yeah, I'm gonna keep... Actually, I think it would be a good idea to switch to business focus because I want that event from the business focus, which gives us the ability to form a trade route, and that gives us a ton of gold. Would be really nice at this time. Okay. We can also hold one more county in our domain now because we're at king rank. As far as laws are concerned, I am waiting for technology to increase legalism, which is why it could be a good idea to send our spy master to study some technology in Constantinople, you know, learn from the Byzantines about how to rule a realm. We're a big realm now. I'm trying to save up some gold before we declare any war on our neighbors because we will incur costs when we raise our levies, and it's nice to have a small cushion of gold to fund the war. At first signs were small, easily dismissed as coincidences, but now they're becoming too frequent to be ignored. The omens surrounding my wife's pregnancy are terrible. Okay, that doesn't sound good. Bad omen. Hopefully they're just coincidences, but she will get... No, she's not stressed. Okay. The pregnancy of this woman is not happening under auspicious signs and may be doomed to an unfortunate end. Hopefully not. And pregnancy is relaxing. This woman is taking the period of her pregnancy somewhat lightly, worrying more about finding ways to distract herself from the inconveniences of her current condition, rather than prioritizing the health of her child. I think this is pretty good. Pretty interesting the way they've added these new pregnancy mechanics. Really adds a lot of depth to the game. And okay, what's going on here? While we were checking on our pregnant wife, our raiders are getting smashed. Let's pull them back. Retreat. It occurred to me that my wife is feeling somewhat gloomy as of late. The burden of her unborn child is surely causing some humoral unbalance that is affecting her mood. I will buy her something nice. And that gives her more health. Because she gets comforted. I think I'm gonna do that, even though I lose a bit of gold, but I like to take care of my dependents. A daughter was born to my concubine. Okay. So we might actually have to go ahead and legitimize him if we don't get any other sons anytime soon. Hopefully we get the trade route event pretty soon and we get a bunch of gold, then we can declare tons of wars around us. Also, with this new update, they've changed how you can raise tribal armies. So instead of spending prestige to raise a huge regiment, you now have to hire retinues. And being defensive pagans, we can hire retinues with piety and also prestige. So we will do something like that. We will probably get this heavy infantry prestige retinue eventually. Also with piety if possible, depends on our piety gain. Anyway, so good news. We have a new heir because a son was born to me and my wife. So the pregnancy went quite well. His name is Yaroslav. I will take that. And we probably don't have to legitimize the other son now. Right, he's living with his mother anyway. Okay. How can we use these raiders without getting completely squished? Just have to keep an eye on them, I suppose. This looks like a nice county, so 8 gold possible loot, which is not protected. Seriously, like now this is the 3rd concubine that's pregnant and I'm doubtful again. I think this is just some kind of paranoia that my character has, because this really can't be true that all of my concubines are you know, unfaithful. No, I would need to trust her word, dude. Okay, get out, get out, get out. No, we won't get out in time. We will retreat though. We don't have a diviner anymore because he died of poor health. Okay, so time to appoint a new diviner. I really kind of need this guy as a commander, so I'm gonna choose my concubine as the diviner. Set her to build zeal here. The Manichaean faith triumphant. The adherents of the Zoroastrian faith have steadily dwindled to the point where Manichaean believers are in the majority. This new state of affairs has reduced the Zoroastrian faith to a de facto heresy. All former Zoroastrian holy orders are now Manichaean. Sure, but the bickering of fools does not concern me. Okay, this is something we forgot to do. We've got a ton of prestige, so let's upgrade our capital. I'm gonna keep spamming the war camp upgrade. Gives us a nice amount of light infantry, and since we have a lot of prestige, it's good to use the buildings that cost more prestige. Chief Rodislav approaches you. My liege, I have a great idea for a monument, something to raise our cultural status and make the people notice what a great ruler you are. It would require some gold and your patience, and the work would take a year to complete. No, I don't think so, because we don't have enough gold to waste. Okay, I think we've got a decent amount of cushion in terms of gold, so would be a good idea to already go to war against some of our neighbors to get some of these provinces off of them. Okay, let's choose. You can raise, so 777 plus 500, so that's like 1,300 troops approximately. And you've got 1,000, so I think you're the better target to begin with. We have 2,000 of our own, and probably some of our vassals will also join us. So we've got plenty of troops. I will put off revoking his titles to until a little bit later, I suppose. You've got no pact, so we're gonna declare war. Conquest of Tar 2, and what's cool about conquests is that if we win the war, we get 100 prestige, 50 piety, and +1 moral authority for our religion, which is all good stuff. We can use the prestige to make buildings and the piety also, so it's cool. It's good. So we will declare war against him, and 1,300 troops. I think we're going to also declare war against him. So tribal vassal, and from his vassal is getting 500 troops. For you, we will do the conquest of Narva. So I'm going to declare multiple wars at the same time so that we can get as much land as possible within a short amount of time. He has 1,300 troops. I think 2 wars for now will be sufficient for my taste. And we will call all of our tribal vassals to war. Time to raise our troops. Head west. We're gonna collect in the capital and then head west. Thank you for joining my war, and you of course will not join. You hate me, but we're gonna fix that pretty soon by trying to revoke your titles. So you see, now we should be sitting at somewhere like negative some balance because of the levy upkeep. Yeah, negative 19 yearly. So we should finish both of these wars within 2 years at maximum. It should be doable. Okay, we can't combine the raiders. So I'm going to deselect that and combine the rest of the troops and then move them together over here. Why does one flank not have a commander? Let's fix that. Sudislav, Voloda. A daughter was born to King Rodislav the Able and Vasilisa named Lyudmila. Cool. We got 3 daughters, 1 son so far, and 1 more that we can legitimize. Hopefully they're not looting it, and we can fix that by moving the raiders over there. Okay, our spy master was able to discover some technology from the Constantinople. Or is he sitting in Thrak? Yeah, he's sitting in Thrak actually. We'll move him over soon. But we get technology points, pretty cool. And move you over to Constantinople. We should invest in technology. So we already have enough tech to invest. So I'm gonna prioritize military organization, because as soon as we convert to another religion, we will start suffering homeland attrition penalties in these pagan areas. So I want to get my military organization up as high as possible. Not as high as possible, I mean up to level 4 as soon as possible. Okay, now you can move back to the army. Now that we've got the county that we're actually attacking him for, we will start to get ticking war score. And in the meantime, we can go and take care of this guy on the bottom. Kill his army and siege his county as well. So we're already coming up to half an hour, and I think we're gonna finish this war and then call it an episode there. Should not take that long. Put it up to speed 4. Yeah, go there and then go back like so. We have more technology points. I will invest in castle infrastructure because that allows us to upgrade our hill fort and stuff, and also is good for the future. Apparently an enemy commander or something was captured. Can we try to ransom him? Yeah. We lost a siege, but my wife is pregnant again. Cool. So he's actually the son of the High Chief of Sakala. Cool. So that's very nice. Let's kill these armies and go back to sieging. We have captured another commander, I would expect. No interest, thank you. My wife Zabava asked me to buy her some new clothes because of the pregnancy. She has outgrown most of her wardrobe and now she feels frustrated for not having anything nice to wear whenever she needs to make an appearance at court. And she doesn't like us because we've got an acknowledged bastard. I think we can spend a little bit of gold and give her what she requires. Would also like to get her opinion up. It's not that expensive. It occurred to me that my wife is feeling somewhat gloomy as of late. The burden of her unborn child is surely causing some humoral unbalance. We'll buy her something nice. No, not this time. Not this time. Can't afford it. Wait a minute. High Chief of Vologda has been called into battle. 500 troops, so should not be a big problem for me even if he joins him. We will win this war, no matter what. We can appoint a marshal. I would appoint this guy as the marshal because this guy is a better commander and I want him to keep leading troops. Battle of Narva. Riding over the plains, I see a group of pompous soldiers coming from my unit, weapons raised. When they are finished with us, all my men are dead. I sink to my knees in the mud, wondering why I am still here. So this is then the new battle events, which might lead to a duel, I suppose. Ilmar, 2 personal combat skill. You're a commander. What happened? I don't belong here? No, he just killed my soldiers. So, where's the enemy commander? I'll kill him myself. I think we're gonna go challenge him for a duel. We got 11 combat skill, he's got 2, so maybe we can fight him. I cannot believe what is happening, but with each swing of his spear, Ilmar is getting closer and closer to winning this fight. What? Okay. 2 combat skill against 11, and he's winning. Jumping back to avoid yet another frighteningly lucky blow, I find myself backing up against a large rock. Take me captive, no way. Take Volodar instead. This is how it all ends. We can betray one of our commanders. I don't want to die for sure. And we're deceitful. Sure, take Volodar instead. Chief Ilimar of Narva is my captive. Perfect. So we're almost winning this war now. That war camp has been built. Let's keep upgrading that to level 3 next. Okay, we're running down on gold, so would like to finish this war as soon as possible. Our son was born to my wife and me. He will get the High Chiefdom of Veps, I don't mind. I would anyway give it away, so it's good to have more kids currently. So my commander was captured, right? So we need a new commander, I suppose. Rak. Sure. And can we appoint more commanders? Kalev, you don't like me, so go be a commander and die somewhere maybe. Sudislav, sure you can be a commander. And I will not lead troops anymore because I have terrible martial score. Kalev, you can lead this army, and Sudislav on the other flank. So here we've got 100 war score, but I'll first see if we can ransom any prisoners. So we can ransom this chief for 70 gold. Yes, we'll do that before we enforce our demands. And then we'll ransom his daughter as well. Gives us plenty of gold to wage more wars. Now we can enforce demands, get that county off of him. And we don't need to give it away because our demand limit accepts it. And in just a few seconds we're gonna finish this war and call it an episode. Oh crap, they were looting it. Now they're sieging it. Because I had the raiders mixed with them. But it's finished. Okay. Enforce demands. Yes. Okay, so we've basically taken 2 more provinces. We're going to continue to expand like that. I think this episode has stretched a little over the 30 minutes limit. So we're going to call it an episode here. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one. If you liked this video, please click thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for future updates, and let me know what you think of the series so far in the comments down below. Until next time, bye-bye.